from Unleash the Medium. Welcome to the ranch. I have a special guest for you tonight. This is my good friend and colleague, spiritualist medium, Clayton Silva from Waxahachie, Texas. So we have another Texan here tonight.
Hi,
Clayton, you want to say hi?
Yeah, hi everybody. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me on, Mary. It couldn't be more fantastic. I'm just so excited to be here and to talk about kind of how we got into this and our mediumship journey. So I think it's going to be awesome. So
Yeah,
super excited to be here.
Great. So folks, if you didn't see last week's, go back and watch last week's. We talked about connecting with spirit and how to speak with spirit in different ways you can do that. And one of the ways is sometimes people go through like a really rough patch or some kind of trauma or maybe even a near-death experience. But I know my friend Clayton here, he actually did go through something. So he's going to share with you his experience, how he got into the spirit world.
It's actually gotten easier and easier as time goes by. To actually talk about it, how it happened, because it's kind of a rough experience. So kind of a disclaimer for everybody, I will be talking about suicide, so just so you know. When I got into mediumship, I was at the low of the low. Like, I really felt like my life had meant nothing. I had some run-ins with the law and really felt like my life meant nothing. So I hurt my back and they started giving me pain medicines. Well, at the time, then I got better, my back got better, and I kind of started fraudulently calling in prescriptions. And that's kind of how I got in trouble with the law. And so I got put on probation and I started doing what I needed to do right. But I got very depressed that I was on probation and certain things were going on in my life. I was ready to end it. I felt like I wanted to be a PA and that was no longer possible. That's next step to a doctor, but, there was nothing I could do about it. Now I had this over my head. So what do addicts do when they feel like there's no way out? They use. And so I ended up, doing more and more drugs. And anyway, I finally went on the street and I picked up 30 Dilaudid tablets, which is hydromorphone. And I was going to crush them up and I was going to inject them into myself. And I was going to commit suicide. I had the plan. I had already purchased them. I knew exactly what I was going to do. Well, before I could get the needle in my arm, a vision of my grandmother, as clearly as I can see this screen, I could see her. I mean, she was right there. And it startled me. It stopped me in my tracks from what I was doing. They needed to come through in a loud and clear way to validate this to me because they needed to save my life, and so they came through so clearly, and my grandmother came through, and I could hear her voice in my mind, and I could hear her say, don't do it, don't do it. You're meant for so much more. And so I kind of put the needle down, and I was like, are you my grandmother? And she said yes, because she looked like pictures I had seen. She said yes, and she said, I'm your mom's mom. And she told me some things that only my mom would know. And she told me that she said, Clayton, you are meant to help a lot of people. And she showed me in my mind, me helping hundreds and thousands of people, me touching their lives. And she showed me if I decided to go, she showed me what it would do to all my family members. So she showed me everyone around me what it would do. And it was so sad and so awful. Not only could I see it, I could feel the emotion. And it was like something I never wanted to feel again because I could feel how my mom felt with me dying. And so, no, I said, I want to stay. What do I need to do? And she said, well, my son, I will never forsake you, and you will know this is real because you'll talk to your mom and you'll tell her the things I've told you, and she'll know beyond a doubt you have talked to me. And then she kind of disappeared on me, but she told me that from then on, my unfoldment would start. So I kind of was looking for anything to give my life purpose because I felt like I had no purpose. And now she came and gave it to me. It was like,
Yeah.
here are all those years of depression you dealt with. Here they are back. You get to do something with it now, you know? So it was very surreal, I want to say. Finally, I did talk to my mom. We grew up Christian. My grandfather was a minister. I never met any of them, though. They died before I was born. And anyway, I went and talked to my mom, and she was able to validate the things her mom had said. So she was like, nobody would know that. She was like, only she and I would know that. No one would know it. So it was validated. And ever since then, I've been on this mission to make my ability as strong as it can be. But through heartache and through really hurting and feeling like I was at the end of my road is how mediumship came to me.
Yeah.
And I know it comes to a lot of people that way.
Absolutely, because what's the core about speaking with spirit is love.
Yes.
And that's what your grandmother brought and showed you, that you are so worthy of love and to love other people, and the world would be missing out without you.
Right.
So, you know, other people, I want you to know that it's possible for you too. You don't have to go through a big struggle like Clayton did, but sometimes it happens that way.
No, I think everybody has their own journey. Some people, it'll just happen out of the blue and they'll open up and not know what's happened. Others, it kind of has to, some things kind of have to fall in place. Some people are born this way and have been doing it their whole life. Every medium has a different story and a different journey. And so, and it doesn't mean one medium is better than the other, but it just means we have different stories and different journeys.
Right. And you also don't have to be a medium to speak with spirit, like a medium, like it's your spiritual business. You can develop those gifts and use it for your own personal growth and for your spirit family's growth.
You can, but I will say, I think if you're only doing it for that reason, you'll only develop it to a degree. You know, if you're doing it professionally, you're reading day in, day out.
Well,
so our connection to spirit gets very fluid, and our trust in spirit gets very strong because we are used to dealing with them every single day, several times a day. You know what I mean?
But for someone who wants to feel the love of their loved one,
absolutely.
People are
I agree with you.
Animals.
I agree 100%. Animals too, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would ever start talking to animals, but they did start coming through in my readings. And usually the people bring them forward, and the people usually talk for them. For some reason, I have a hard time actually talking to the animal. Now, I know, Mary, you can actually talk to the animal, but I have a hard time with it. Yeah. So the human normally speaks to me.
Okay. I don't want to cut you off. First of all, though, I want to thank you for sharing your heartfelt story, because that's very personal. And I really respect you for doing that and coming on the air here and doing that. So kisses. But I wanted to get to, Angela had written in. So I'm going to tell you people, go to Facebook and join my group, Unleash the Medium, because you can post questions, spirit questions for me to answer. And we might do some on the air. So I have Angela, who wrote in and asked a spirit question. I just lost my daddy and grandpa and could really use their guidance on some issues going on right now. Any messages from spirit would be great.
All right. Well, Angela, today is your lucky day. I do feel like I have your father stepping in at the moment. I feel like he's real excited to be here. He's real excited to give you a message. First off, he wants you to know he's okay because he passed pretty suddenly. He passed suddenly, or it was quick, and y'all weren't expecting this. And he wants you to know that he's okay. He makes me feel like there's three of you, or there's three children, and he puts a lot of doting on you. I feel like you were special, but I do feel like there was some distance, like you couldn't be there at the time of his passing, or someone couldn't make it. Anyway, he just wants to give his love, and he wants y'all to know that he's okay, and he says he's not going to miss the desserts and stuff at Christmas and Thanksgiving. He'll be here. Also, he wants to talk about someone has his watch. So please take his love and know that he's there with you, and he's doing okay, okay?
And Angela, if you would just validate, go to our group, Unleash the Medium, and if you would validate for Clayton, I'll share that with them, and he can see it himself. Okay, we have another one real quick because we have a caller waiting. This is from Linda.
Okay.
She lost an old friend that passed away in April this year. He had a big impact on her life, and she feels lost now that he's gone. Even though we talked for a while.
Do you want me to take it, or do you want to take it?
Go ahead.
Okay. I feel like this man, I keep hearing the name Rich or Richard. I want to give that to you, or it could be a Dick. But I want to give that to you because I keep hearing it mentioned. It could be people alive or past. So just remember I gave that name. I also feel like your friend, y'all were really close. And I feel like at one point he wished he could have been more than a friend. Like there's a real closeness there. He wants you to know that he's okay. I feel that he dealt with illness prior to his passing, and that his passing didn't happen unexpectedly. Like y'all were expecting this to happen. I definitely feel like there were illness, and he shows me the symbol of the hospital bed. So that to me means he either died in the hospital, he was in and out of the hospital, or he was on hospice. So I know that something like that was going on. But he gives a lot of love. He tells me something about, I don't think you could make it either, or you could be there either. And I just want to say, let that go. Don't hold on to it, but know that he's watching over you, and know that he loves you, and his love will never die for you, and you will be reunited again.
And I also want to add that even though you didn't talk for years and all that, his message for you that he shares with me is, you can do it. You are strong. There's no reason to feel lost because you have it inside of you. You've got that little fighter spirit inside of you, and you always had it. So I hope knowing he's okay eases that pain for you.
Yeah.
But he definitely is your super trooper and wants you to know that you can deal with anything. So don't feel lost, because it's right there. So, okay, so let's see. We have...
All right, let's take our caller. Let's see what they've got.
I'm going to announce her. Holly in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada is ready. So
how fun.
We get her on the line. Hello?
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
What was your name again, hon?
Ollie.
Ollie.
Hello.
Hello. Can you
Hi
hear
there.
me? Hello.
I can hear you
me?
now. Yeah.
Okay. What was your name?
Yeah. My name's Holly.
Holly. All right, Holly. What can we do for you today? What would you like us to do, a psychic or mediumship question? Do you want to hear from someone who's passed over, or do you want to know something about your personal life?
I would really like to hear from my dad.
Your dad. All right,
Passed
honey.
over.
Your dad's passed over. All right. Dad. All right. Oh, I like your dad right away as he comes in. Your dad was a hard worker. I feel like he had calluses on his hands. Do you understand that? Your dad was a hard worker?
Yeah. He was a bass player, so.
Just try to tell me yes or no, but I understand that
Sure.
you and him would have been real close. And at the end of his life, you would have been there to help take care of him. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't feel like this was one of those things that was wham, bam, and he's on the other side. I feel like this took some time to happen. Do you understand that?
No.
Okay, so I'm misinterpreting that. Okay. Had he been dealing with some health issues for some time?
No.
No, not at all. No health issues.
No.
All right. Other than
No.
your dad, do you have a grandfather who had some health issues who's passed over?
Yes.
Okay. Is he connected to your dad?
Yes.
Okay, because the two of them are coming through together, okay? I've got to say that. Your dad was a little bit on the younger side when he passed. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like he was when that we would have thought he passed too soon, that he still had some life to live. But I believe that when you pass, it's your time to pass. But here on earth, we would think it was a little too early. Your dad was a hard worker, that's for sure. You took him as he got him. He was a very honest man. Can you understand that?
Yes.
Yes, yes. And do you know why he would be showing me an H? H? He keeps showing me an H, like Howard, H. So it could be a last name, or I don't know, it could be a first name too, but it would have to be directly connected.
No. My name's Holly, but.
Oh,
There's
you're Holly. Okay, there it is. Sometimes I'm not using my right brain. I'm using the other side of my brain, so I'm not thinking. But I kept seeing an H. Okay, my bad.
Mhm.
All right, good deal.
Okay.
Your dad, though, I feel like your dad and you were very close. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Were you and your dad close?
Yes.
Were y'all close?
She said yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes, y'all were close. Because he shows me you as being very close, and he shows me you as being a hard worker too, and you got that from him. Also, do you have his wallet, honey? Do you have his wallet?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because he brings that forward as something that you would have. I wish I could take longer on this, but we don't have much time. But your dad is coming forward. He's coming forward with his dad. So the two of them are together, all right? And they do give you their love, both of them, okay? Also, do you have your dad's pocket knife?
I know I don't.
Did he wear a pocket knife, or did he have a pocket knife?
He had one, yes.
Okay, because he just showed me a pocket knife. So I know that would be important. Someone has that pocket knife, okay? Someone's got it, but he showed it to me as that being important. Your dad's just a lovely man. He says, he was still connected with your mom?
Yeah.
They were still married?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's given love to your mom. Like, he's given lots of love to your mom, and he's saying that he didn't really leave things in order for him to pass. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand that.
And he's apologizing that things have been so difficult after his passing. okay?
Okay.
But he's sending a lot of love to your mom, okay? Holly, you got to understand he's sending lots of love to her, okay? And to you. And he says, do you have a brother also?
I have a sister.
You don't have a brother, though.
No.
Have you had a child, or has someone had a child recently?
Well, my daughter's 12.
Okay.
Did he
So
have a brother?
nobody has had a son recently.
No.
Okay, it's okay. We'll let it go. I must have misinterpreted something, but he does keep giving his love, giving his love, giving his love. Also, I think back in the day, your dad would have had trophies back in the day. He would have been good at sports in high school. Do you know about that? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's a hockey player.
Okay, wonderful. Well, please take his love and know that he's always with you, that he's okay, that he's having a good time in spirit, and he's playing hockey in spirit, okay? He keeps saying that he's also over there with a young man as well. So there's some young man that he's with as well. And I know that his dad's with him also, okay?
Okay.
All right. Please
Thank you
take
very
his
much.
love. Thanks for letting me read for you, Holly.
Thank you,
Okay,
Holly.
thank you.
Thanks
You have a
for
wonderful
calling.
evening. Okay. Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you.
You too. So,
Oh,
so
isn't that I couldn't even imagine what it would be like losing a dad, you know, and especially being close to a dad. That's got to be hard. But
right.
It's nice when they give the evidence that love doesn't die and that we're
Right.
always together, you know. I love it when they do that and when they bring certain little pieces of evidence that only that person would know about.
Exactly.
So that was a fun reading. He really brought it. I think he really did a good job of showing her he was there, you know?
Absolutely. So we're almost done for the night, but I wanted you to mention where people can get a hold of you as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you can go to my website, mediumclayton.com or www.mediumclayton.com. You can find all my goodies on there. You can sign up for my newsletter. And I don't send out just gibberish. I send out only when I've got events or when I've got special codes to give you to save money on reading. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Spirit Medium Clayton. And so that's how you can find me. And Mary and I do something called the Medium Mystic Hour, the second Wednesday and the last Wednesday of every month. And you can sign up now at mediumclayton.com. It's called the Medium Mystic Hour. So both of us would love if you'd come join us there.
Absolutely. And before I sign off, definitely go to my Facebook, Mary Campbell, and join my Unleash the Medium group, because that's where we had our two lovely people before, Linda and Angela, who we answered their questions, posted there. And follow me on social media. I have Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. But if you want to book a reading, go to marycampbell.com. And we're just about done. And Clayton, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight, because I know you brought a lot of love to people.
Absolutely. Thank you for inviting me on. I'm very appreciative of being here. Also, if you use code NEW15 new 15 on my website, mediumclayton.com, you'll get 15% off any reading for being a new client. So I definitely am offering that. But thank you for letting me be here and talk to your people. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, we'll get some people come to the Media Mystic Hour.
Right. And I have a discount as well. The code is A1R for the radio show. So you can book a reading and get a discount with that too. And
Good.
off in a few seconds. It went too fast.
We got 90 seconds to go. 90 seconds. This has gone so fast. It's
Happy
crazy.
health. We'll see you next week. And thank you so much for your support and for coming. We loved
Thanks for having me on. I've enjoyed it so much.
I know. I loved having you here too.
I loved it.
Thank